Bismillah. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praise is for Allah, and we ask for His peace and blessings for Prophet Muhammad, his family, companions, and us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Mubarak. Brother shared with me the kind of almost worry about the loneliness that comes about a lot of times after Ramadan, because we spend so much of the month with our family. A lot of us probably don't get to have 2 meals a day with our family outside of Ramadan, but usually most of us have suhoor and iftar with, if not our family, some folks in the community. We're at events, we're invited to people's homes. Ramadan is a great festive communal time. So again, what do we do to address the tendency for loneliness outside of Ramadan? One thing is to remember everyone else feels that way too, or at least a lot of people feel that way, especially if you're in communities where people have small families or people have no Muslims in their family. So practical thing, take a minute, grab a pen or grab your tablet or your phone and list out some names of people who you think might also be feeling that way. Reach out to them and open up your home. Another really practical, easy thing to do is to create regular pulses. And those of you who know me know that we talk a lot about this. I learned this from a great mentor of mine, where she very generously imparted to me this importance of having a regular pulse with things. Your yearly pulse, quarterly pulse, monthly pulse, weekly pulse, daily pulse, and you could even say your hourly pulse. So what does that mean for community? Like, don't go, Ramadan's our yearly pulse, right? We check in and see everyone during the month of Ramadan. Create a quarterly one. So, create like a quarterly barbecue or a quarterly gathering with the folks in your community, even if it's a small group of people. And then a monthly one, create monthly gatherings. And a good thing to do is to kind of trade off around different people's homes and create like a rotation list, so that you don't end up doing what many of us do, where it's just one family that continues to bear the burden of hosting people all the time. Create like a rotation list. So we say, okay, cool, the first Friday of every month we're going to be at one of our homes, and then we switch it up. My family, when I was growing up, we had Friday night pizza night, and we've tried in later articulations of our family to maintain that. My brothers and my sister trying to maintain the Friday night pizza night. And when we do the best that I can, to be honest with you, I'm usually the biggest hindrance to that because of my commitments. No excuses. But Friday night pizza night, Monday night mantu night, whatever works, bowling and biryani, whatever works for a person's family or community. Create like a monthly or a weekly pulse that's sustainable. And then what's our daily pulse with our family and our community? Again, we've been eating suhoor with the family. We've been eating iftar with the family. For those of you who are working professionals like myself and many, many other people, try to commit to at least 1 meal a day with your family if you can't do more than that. Living abroad and living in Muslim majority societies, particularly living in Morocco, one of the really powerful things that I saw is that the families often ate together. And the people that I know from Morocco that ended up moving here to America, my wife, her family, almost impossible to even eat alone because it just wasn't part of what they're used to growing up. We oftentimes don't have that blessing, or you may say challenge, because we tend to be so individualistic and so caught up. But create a daily pulse with your family where if it's not a meal a day, tea time, the bedtime story, something, may Allah make that easy. And I know how much our children will appreciate us committing to something like that. So yeah, how do we deal with the loneliness that sometimes comes about after Ramadan? Do the things that we've suggested to the extent that you're able, and also let that little seed of loneliness that's in our heart make us long for Ramadan next year, and let us reach out our arms to next year, hoping and praying that Allah will let us reach Ramadan next year, inshallah tabarak wa ta'ala. Kullu aam antum bi khair. As'alullah li wa lakum kamal at-tawfiq wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa alihi wa sallam. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.